Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the In-Town Collaborative Ministries Heart and Home Gala. We are so glad that you are joining us tonight for our first ever virtual gala. Groundbreaking. I'm Dean Crownover. I'm your fundraising host, your MC. You know me as the auctioneer when we do the live event, and I'm happy to be with you tonight. Now, before we start, I want to say one thing. We have an extremely limited crew tonight, and we are all wearing our masks when we are not on the floor here or in front of a podium. We are being safe and social distancing, as we know you are too, and we thank you for that. Now, a couple of housekeeping things. First of all, the wine just sold out. Yay! Brad's mixology class sold out. Yay! So what does that mean for you? Well, now you only have two things you have to do. Number one, buy a golden ticket. Items number 4 through 8 on your one copy. What is that? It's a raffle. We're going to pick one winner. They're going to tell me which of the live auction items they want. And then they tell me, we pull it, it's theirs outright. It only costs $100. You have till 6:10. So only a few extra minutes to buy those, items number 4 through 8. And finally, the Lazy Betty Dinner for 4 courses. That's item number 3. That's a raffle. It's only $25 to enter. $25, we're going to pull that at the end of the show. And the silent auction will close at 6:30. All right? That keep bidding in the silent auction, keep giving in the Fund to Need, and we're going to have our Fund to Need presentation in just a few minutes. But now, it is my pleasure to welcome the Executive Director of In-Town Collaborative Ministries, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brad Schweers.
Thank you, Dean. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming to our 10th anniversary event here. The past 6 months have really brought out the best in town and our team, from our amazing staff to our incredible volunteers and generous supporters. Well, this is not exactly how we had planned on celebrating our 10th anniversary here. We're really thankful that we can come together virtually and to make a real, tangible change in our neighborhood. Now, I want to thank a few folks and organizations who have made tonight possible. A huge thank you and shout out to our change makers, the law offices of Slappy and SAD, whose leaders have supported In-Town for many years and who have really helped to spread the word about the needs in our community. Thank you also to our neighbor sponsors, Resort to Laura Madrid, who has donated an exciting live auction item tonight. Thank you, Laura. Apolinski and Associates, Baker Donaldson. We also have quite a few new sponsors at the friend level. We have Ashenden and Associates, Brooks McGinnis and Company, Freed, Bondard and White, the Fry Law Firm, the law offices of Salu Kunata, the Poyer Firm, and Pratt and Clay. So thank you all for your support. And our Wall of Wine tonight, which we've just sold out with, was sponsored by our long-term friend and supporter, Kevin McGlynn of Compass Realty. So thank you very much, Kevin. And finally, our bar sponsor tonight is Tito's Vodka. Tito's Vodka here. I hope you all caught the mini mixology class that I'm told was very thorough. I'm passionate about mixology, so hope you caught that class. If you didn't, we're going to have that up on our website a little later there. But thank you to Tito's for sponsoring tonight and helping us make our gimlets as we're getting ready to celebrate here. So how are those gimlets, good people?
Well, I'd like to tell you how mine is, so Brad, but you have not given me one. But I understand the key, double strain.
Double straining, and we'll hook you up after the show here, Dean. And so yeah, we do have a lot of reasons to celebrate tonight, and that's why we're here to celebrate and raise some good money for some good causes.
Now, something to pay attention to is that we have a 4-course dinner that we are raffling off. That is item number, that is the Lazy Susan Lazy Betty. Now I'm totally confused. But the one I want to tell you about is the golden ticket. That's items number 4 through 8. So you need to go ahead and get that because, Brad, we are like 3 minutes from closing that.
Yes, and that golden ticket is brought to you by Levisay Consulting, another one of our sponsors. So a big shout out to Bill Levisay and Levisay Consulting for sponsoring the golden ticket this year. And finally, a final thank you to our auction chairs, Laura Sad and Jenny Salyers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We wouldn't be able to do this without you, as well as Katie Farmer and Chloe Cook, who are here in the studio and have done an amazing job. So thank you for all of your work.
Woohoo!
And really, we're incredibly proud of the work that we have done and what we've been able to accomplish in our first 10 years. And really, our past has prepared us for this moment of pretty turbulent times for a lot of folks in our community. In the last 10 years, our staff has grown from 1 part-time staff, that was me in 2010, to now 22 full-time folks. Wow. We have the largest, most compassionate, and most effective homeless outreach team that the city of Atlanta has ever seen. Every day, 15 dedicated outreach workers go under bridges and into encampments to connect with people where they live, whether they're sleeping outside or whatever their situation is. Over the past 4 years, we have housed over 300 of our neighbors experiencing chronic homelessness, more than any other agency in the city. It is the joy of my professional life to lead this pretty incredible organization that has enough heft to make a huge impact, but is also nimble enough to adapt and adapt and adapt, to quickly adapt to what is needed. Like our food pantry. Our food pantry today is almost unrecognizable from our pre-pandemic program. We realized pretty early in March that we were going to need to prepare for a wave of hunger, and unfortunately that wave has hit. We needed to get more food out to more people in a safe way. With our network of volunteers, faith congregations, community supporters, we have stepped up to meet the greatest hunger need that we've seen in our generation. Now let's watch a little video here and learn a little bit more about our food pantry.
Our motto at In-Town Collaborative Ministries is neighbors serving neighbors, and the food pantry embodies that spirit exactly. Our food pantry had been pretty steady, serving about 1,000 a year for each of the last 10 years. When the pandemic hit, we saw a 300% and now a 350% increase in the number of folks who came to us hungry. Overnight, we went from a once-a-week operation on Saturdays to now 3 days a week, every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. A third of our guests, over 800 men, women, and children, had never been to our food pantry or any food pantry before the pandemic, and we have been there for them. One of the things that makes the food pantry so special is that we're a neighborhood-based organization, founded by church and synagogue and community leaders. Going back to our predecessor, we've been serving this community for more than 40 years. So there's a lot of community leadership and buy-in. There's community support from city council members, faith congregations, neighborhood associations, schools and PTAs, scout groups, urban gardeners, residents, and volunteers. People are really struggling in this neighborhood, and there are also people who have time and talents and means and choose to be in relationship and be a part of stepping into the gap and serving the whole neighborhood. We have a number of guests who come by who are sleeping outside. We also have a lot of guests who are families, working families with kids, lots of intergenerational families, grandparents, parents, children, all living under the same household with different nutritional needs. We've ramped up things pretty quickly, totally changed our model, and we get a lot more food out to a lot more people. We've partnered with the Atlanta Community Food Bank and a network of local farmers to get thousands of cases of fresh produce out to our families. Like a lot of agencies around the country, we're working to fill needs today and also projecting ahead to see what's next, to ask what does hunger look like going forward with unemployment increasing and evictions on the horizon. We have met the needs of every single person who has come to us, and we can continue to do that with your help.
Brad, that's incredible. I mean, it's really great to see in town and the actual community coming together to help feed people that need it.
Yeah, the need really is staggering. When the pandemic hit, our spending increased dramatically to keep up with the need. Now, InTown is a smart, fiscally responsible organization, but we needed to dip into reserves because the need was right here, right now. We now spend every month what we used to spend in a year. In real dollars, our budget last year for food alone was $8,000. This year, our projected budget is over $100,000. I want to read an email real quick I got on a Friday night a couple weeks ago, and I changed their names here. Dear Brad, I am facing eviction and have exhausted all my savings. I am 64 and search for work with no success. We only have food for 3 more days, and I'm coming to the pantry tomorrow, so hopefully get something to cook my wife and I. We have not been in this situation before, and it is very scary. Please pray for us. Joe and Jane. I wrote back that night with some information about our pantry and some other resources out in the community, and Joe wrote back, thank you for your response. Yes, we made it down this morning, and everyone was so sweet. I feel like Christmas with the gifts of food we received. We are blessed to have y'all in our lives. You, our supporters, play a huge role in how and whether we can continue to support families like Joe and Jane's. I told my board when the pandemic hit that we have 2 options. Option 1 is to spend what is needed to feed everyone who comes to us afraid and hungry. Option 2 is we play it safe, we cut back, and we only spend the money we have, and we have to turn some people away. These are scary times for Joe and Jane and a lot of us, and I'll be damned if we're ever going to turn anybody away.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty amazing, that email. That's why we really, really need our supporters to step up tonight. And in a few minutes, we're going to do a thing called the Fund a Need. And this is where we're going to need you.
And now, before we get started, Dean, I've got 2 pieces of big news for you here.
Good news?
Very good news.
Then we'll take it.
First is one of our major supporters has already stepped up in honor of our founding board member, Reverend Dr. Joanna Adams. The folks at the Rockdale Foundation have pledged to match the first $10,000 raised during the next portion of our program.
Woo! Let's give a round of applause.
Good news. Thank you to Joanna and the Rockdale Foundation. And second piece of good news is 2 pieces of good news here.
Wow.
Our good friend Jenny Cassidy has also pledged to match the next $10,000 in our Fund a Need. So we've got $20,000 ahead for a match if we can bring in $20,000.
Oh, well, first of all, let's give them a big round of applause. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time. This is the most important part of the night. It's called the Fund a Need. Now, you've got your device. You've got one cause up. I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. And we're going to do a countdown. In that 3 minutes, when I say go, we want everybody to put in any amount you want. Now, we're going to give you suggested levels, but you can put in any amount from $1 to $1 million. Help feed our community. So, are you ready, Brad?
I'm ready, Dean.
Audience, are you ready? Great. Let's start the timer now. 3 minutes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just start throwing in, and we can see on the monitor it's moving up. MJ, thank you so much. Let me give you an idea of what your donations could do. $5,000. In Atlanta, 755,000 people experiencing food insecurity, and about 3,000 of them are homeless. And your $5,000 can ensure that the in-town food pantry can continue to serve for 2 weeks. Is this right? 600 families?
That's right. April Campbell donated, and Cindy and Bill Humphreys, Heather and John Hallett. So thank you. Yes, that is for $5,000. That covers the food for the food pantry. 600 families who come to us. That's all of the fresh fruits and vegetables, shelf-stable food, all of the staples for 2 weeks.
5,000, ladies and gentlemen. You can serve 600 families for 2 weeks. This is 100% tax deductible. Throw it in, $2,500. 1 in every 4 kids in Atlanta live in a food insecure household, meaning they're not sure when their next meal is coming. And the pandemic has made it even worse. So with $2,500, your donation can provide milk for over how many?
That is for 600 families. Yeah, and milk is very expensive, and that's something that we've been able to make sure that we have on hand for our families throughout this pandemic.
$2,500. Now, we're at 2 minutes. Scott, thank you, Scott, for throwing in. Come on, keep going. We're going to hit this goal.
Aaron and Tal Chaikin had also donated here, so thank you. Laura Ulip. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, good.
Just
Laura, thank you. 1,000. If you gave 1,000, think about this. 15% of your community is experiencing food insecurity and frequently have chose between buying food, paying medical bills, utilities, rent. What are they going to do? Your $1,000 can help you pack 300 grocery bags. What's in the bags? And
yeah, so that's everything. That is meat, vegetables, bread, cereal, everything the family needs.
$1,000. $1,000. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, throw it in there. Adam just gave. Thank you, Adam. We are at 1 minute, 30 seconds. Guys, keep throwing it in. 500. The pandemic has strained the food supply chains all over the country. Substantial protein-rich foods are the hardest to find and buy in bulk. $500 is protein. What do you mean protein?
Yeah, so this is shelf-stable protein, which is expensive to buy. So that's canned meats, peanut butter, tuna, salmon, stuff like that. So that's essential items, yep, for 600 people.
600 people. Ladies and gentlemen, your $500 can do it. Hillary just gave. Come on, jump in with Hillary. We've got about a minute or so left. 250. Seniors. Now, seniors are facing food insecurity. So, Brad, tell us, what do they need? And this could help with fresh produce, $250.
Yeah, so we've been having this incredible partnership with the Atlanta Community Food Bank and some local farmers to make sure that we get fresh produce. We do about 300 cases of fresh produce a week, and so we are getting out things like, it's all fresh, seasonal from local growers, squash, tomatoes, potatoes, greens, the whole works. It's pretty amazing.
So 250 can make this happen. Guys, we are down to less than a minute. Now, we're talking $100. $100. Everybody can do $100.
I see Ann Fears just donated. Thank you, Ann.
Thank you. 25% of our food pantry guests do not have drinking water. Drinking water. For your $100, you can provide our pantry guest bottled water for a week. We're talking a lot of water for $100, right?
That's right, yeah. It's pretty staggering, the necessities that a lot of us take for granted, but as homelessness continues to be an ongoing problem, especially for folks sleeping outside, people have nowhere to get clean drinking water, something we all take for granted.
And Beth just gave. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're down to 30 seconds. Give any amount. Give anything you can. We want to bring this way up because we have that $20,000 match. Now, at the end of our presentation, we're going to tell you if we reach the match. We're going to tell you what we've made in total for the whole event. Jennifer just gave. Thank you very much. Okay, we're at 15 seconds. Brad, do you want to add in anything?
I think we're on a good roll here, Dean.
All right, come on, guys. Bring it in. We're at 15. Oh, guys, throw it in there. Jennifer, I want to see this move one more time. Somebody throw in something right now. We want to yell your name out. We're at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's give everybody who gave a huge round of applause.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Now, just because the Fund and Need, Lori, you got it in. Thank you very much. Just because we had to end this on stage, the Fund and Eat is going to stay open the whole event and then for a couple of days after. You can give anytime you want. Send this to your friends. And again, we're going to tell you at the end how well we did. Brett?
Thank you, Dean. Now, I really can't imagine where In Town would be without Joanna Adams. Joanna is my mentor and friend, and she helped plant this little mustard seed of a nonprofit and helped it grow and grow into a powerful force for compassion and support of our neighbors experiencing homelessness and hunger. In Town Collaborative Ministries hereby recognizes Reverend Joanna Adams with its inaugural Beloved Community Award for 2020. This award honors a supporter of In Town who sacrificed their time and talents to build what Atlanta's great native son Martin Luther King Jr. called the beloved community, where all share in the wealth of the earth and in her communities. In Town Collaborative Ministries envisions a community akin to the beloved community, where all in Atlanta thrive. As In Town's founding chair and chair of the board of directors in 2010, Reverend Adams was instrumental in bringing to life an organization that has touched and transformed the lives of thousands of guests, clients, members, staff, board members, and volunteers. Now let's hear from Joanna.
Good evening and welcome to the Heart and Home Gala for In Town Collaborative Ministries. It's so delightful for me to be a part of this evening of celebration in honor of the 10th anniversary. In Town Collaborative Ministries was started with one simple goal in mind: to prevent and to reverse the effects of homelessness and hunger on our neighbors. I'm so honored to receive this Founders Award called the Beloved Community Award. Our original statement that we used to share with one another, if you'll see this beautiful sculpture, is two hands at the top, two hands joining together at the end of the arms. We had lots of love for our neighbor. We had a lot of hope that we could really do something about the rising level of human suffering all around us. And we had faith that if we came together and we were doing God's work in as faithful a way as we could, it was all going to be all right. And sure enough, it was. This is the time when we need to step up as we never have before, with the kind of faith and hope and love that was fueled us in the beginning. And now we need the kind of generosity that began to emerge as the effectiveness of our approach in building neighborhoods and community became well known. Tonight, as you bid on a trip to the beach or a case of good wine, just know that beneath what you're doing is sharing what God has put us on earth to do, to share with our neighbors. So let's care, and let's remember that this whole enterprise is about nothing more than what every religion has ever taught, and that is that we're to love our neighbor as much as we love ourselves. So have fun and be assured you're engaged in a great enterprise tonight.
Thank you, Reverend Joanna. What a wonderful, great inspiration. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is now your official 10-minute warning for the silent auction. We're going to close it. We're going to keep it open just a little longer, so 10 minutes from this point, 10 minutes. And the raffle for the dinner will close in about a minute. So make sure you get that in. But now, Brad, world, it is time for the live auction. But more importantly, we start out the live auction with the golden ticket drawing. Now, reminder, what that is we have had, by the way, a record amount of you have bought in all of our years of doing this. 70 people have bought. Let's give them a round of applause. That's $7. And our sponsor is Levisay?
The Levisay Consulting, yes.
So thank you. Now, here's what we're going to do. I have my phone here. We're going to pull a name. I am going to try to get you on the phone to tell us, the world, what you want. You get to pick one of the live auction items. If I don't get a hold of you, it's okay. We got your name. We know what you want. It's on here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're at home, wherever you are, bang on a table and give me a drum roll. In my hand. Not this person. No, it can't be. Well, let's see if they're home. This is my Mr. Rogers moment right here. If I had my reading glasses, that would be even better. This looks like somebody from out of town, Brad. Mm-hmm. Yes. Hum me some music while I'm doing this, will you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's enough. Thank you. That's all we needed from you. All right. Now, let's see if I can get him on the phone. This is intriguing TV. I know, for each and every one of you. He could be out shopping at the Target. I'm not sure. This will be the first time we've never gotten a hold of someone. No. Ladies and gentlemen, as sad as I am to say, we can't talk to him live. The winner of the golden ticket is Mr. Brad, not you, Smith. Brad Smith, ladies and gentlemen. He is taking the East Lake Golf Tour, or Club Champion, whatever. He's going to play golf at East Lake.
Round 4 at East Lake.
At 4. Let's give Brad a big round of applause. So we're going to remove that. That is now gone. But what we're going to do is we are going to close the others. And here's how we're going to do it. We have 2 closings. Closing 1, closing 2. Closing 1 will now consist of the Montana getaway and the New York City trip. We are going to give 3 minutes. 3 minutes. You've been bidding on it all week. This is the final 3 minutes to bid on it. You get those final bids in. We're going to tell you more about it. And when I say stop, you can bid no more. We will pull it. Brad, are you ready?
I'm ready.
World, are you ready? All right. Start the clock now. 3 minutes. Let's talk about item number 10. This is Montana, the vacation cabin. This has been at ICM, I think, one of
6 or 7 years.
Probably one of the biggest hits ever. It is 8 days, 7 nights, 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It sleeps 10 people, 12 if you put them outside. Nearby activities: fishing, hiking, horseback riding, rafting.
It butts right up against Yellowstone National Park. There have been bison been known to mingle around the backyard, so be careful. But
yeah, don't go up to the. Have you seen all the videos of people 3 feet from a bison? Don't do that.
Yeah,
but you can take great pictures. Have you been?
I have not.
Okay, neither have I.
I have a friend of mine won a couple years ago and was pretty excited.
Showed you pictures?
He had a great time.
You can tour. There's so much wildlife out there, and there are rivers and fly fishing and walks everywhere. Winter, summer, you could choose now. Here it is available October through May. October this year through May of 2021. Depending on COVID, they might extend it as well. Transportation is not included. No pets, no smoking. There may be a winterization fee depending on when you go, if it's in November through early May. But we need to give our donors who constantly give us. Who is our donors?
Jane and Wayne Thorpe. Thank you, Jane and Wayne. Y'all are very generous and have been every year for the auction. And Thank you.
And we miss seeing you in person. So thank you to them. That, again, is item number 10. Keep bidding on that because we are down to about 1 minute, 45 seconds. Holy moly, that thing is up to 4,600. Oh, bidder number 211, you are in the lead. But now, let's talk about the golfing is gone. So that's number 12, item number 12. A 2-night stay in New York City. 3 days, 2 nights, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It sleeps 2 people. The Dominic Hotel in Soho. It has a beautiful view of Manhattan and the Hudson River, a world-class spa, outdoor pool, restaurants, Manhattan, New York. You're going to be traveling soon. We are seeing the light. People are going to be getting back out. This time next year and beyond, you are back and you are at it. You will enjoy this. Broadway will be open, but there's more. Brad, do you want more?
A little more, Dean.
I'm going to give it to you. You will get 1 year of professional travel consulting with Resort to Laura Madrid. She is awesome. I have had the privilege of selling some of her trips. She is a giver to this community. And what you're going to get is she's going to help you book the perfect rooms. She'll help you book premium flights, anything that you need for this trip or any other. She is going to help you. So thank you to Resort for Laura Madrid for this. You've got 1 year to use it. Airfare not included on this. Now, that is currently at 1,500, bidder number 4. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Brad, I think we're up now to 4,800 on Montana.
Excellent.
So if you've got, it looks like about 45 seconds left. Those bids in. We're now up to, come on, push it up, push it up. There's only 2 items. You will never get these again. Brad, tell these people why they need to buy it.
They need to buy it to help us continue to meet the need out in the community.
Because 100% of your buy goes back to ICM. 100%. Okay, guys, we're down to about 20 seconds. We just went up $100 on the Soho stay. Bidder number 14 is now in the lead. If you were just behind 14, bid again. Bid one more time. You've got 10 seconds, maybe 12, depending on the bidding going on here. We just got $5,000 from Montana. 5,000 to 11. You are still in the lead. All right, guys, we're about 5 seconds. Don't make me close this. Come on, bid it up. Going once. Come on, one more. Going twice. Ooh, bidder number 64 just snuck in for the Soho. Sold! Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our winners a big round of applause. That's how you do it. Did you see them sneak that in, that last one in there?
64.
Woo!
Clever
All right.
job.
Now, our second of 2 closings. This is it. This is it. Closing number 2. It has 3 items. It will have the Indigo Girls. This is going to be awesome when you find out about this. The beach condo in South Carolina, and also the bottle of special bourbon that there's, and even the staff's bidding on this thing. You know why? It is, oh my God, it's worth like $18 million. So let's set the clock for 3 minutes. Brad, are you ready?
I'm ready.
World, are you ready? All right, here we go. We're going to put those items up here on the board and start the timer. Item number 13. Go to 13. This is the Indigo Girls 30-minute live stream concert from their home to your home. Unlimited guests can watch this. It's just a mutually agreed upon date anytime in the next year. It's virtual, so you don't have to worry about venue or catering or anything like that. Do you know who donated this?
Donated this. This was Emily Sailors of the Indigo Girls.
Well, let's give her a big round of applause.
Thank you, Emily. One of my personal heroes, and a lot of folks who are in the social justice fight have been buoyed by the music and lyrics of the Indigo Girls for many decades now, and happy to have this as an auction item.
And I've worked with Emily a couple of times. She is phenomenal. In fact, that is at $1,600. The Indigo Girls in your home for a private concert, virtually that you can't get anywhere else, that's worth about 18 times that. So guys, keep bidding. 181, you're still in the lead, but we're at 2 minutes before we close it down. Ooh, item number 14. Everybody needs a beach. You need to get away. Right now, you're still quarantining, right? You can quarantine at the beach, but soon we'll be out of that, so you can still use it. Here's what it is. 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It sleeps 8 people. It has a king, a queen, 2 sets of bunk beds. It has a pool, a jacuzzi. There's a kiddie pool in the complex. Plus, you'll have access to tennis courts, the bike trails, the jogging trails. Cambridge at Somerset offers a handicap accessible beach walkway as well. So that is covered too. In your home, you've got everything you need: the kitchen, the washer, the dryer, all of that. Balconies off of the living room and off of the master bedroom. 2 50-inch flat screen TVs. I believe that's the most important part of vacation. Yes. High-speed internet. Brad, have you heard of the internet?
I have.
It's coming. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. You've got Brook Green Gardens nearby. That's the world's largest collection of outdoor statuary.
Okay.
What is that?
With the heads and the torsos. The statues.
The heads and the torsos. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the biggest collection you've ever seen. Something seems wrong about that. It's only about a 6-hour drive, subject to availability. Obviously not included. You got 1 year to use it. Let's give Tom and Carolina Branch a big round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So that's 2. We've got 1 minute left. Let's see. The Indigo Girls is still at 1,600. The condo is how much, Brad?
I can't quite read that.
Oh, 4,200.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, bidder number 211 wants that. And bidder number 211 is going to Montana and wants that too. Oh, wait a second. This is the one everyone wants to know about. And I'm going to turn it over to you. You know a little bit about this.
I do.
It's the Old Fourth Distillery Limited Release Bourbon. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so this is their cask strength bourbon. This is one of the best bourbons I've ever had in my life. It's a limited release. They are not making any more. It's aged in a Lasso sherry casks.
As it should be.
Comes out 67% alcohol, 130-something proof, and it is absolutely delicious. A one-time release. Bottles are not for sale anymore, and we got one of the last ones.
Do you know how many bottles they released?
It was like
12. It was
12?
1.
This is
one
it.
bottle.
And if y'all
release, and this is it.
And
go with this.
Okay.
Go with this.
Yes.
Just go with it. One bottle that we have. Like 500, is that right? 500, 400, maybe 300. All right, one bottle. Now, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Brad, let's recap. Bidder number 211. Ooh. All right, bourbon is in the run. It's at 325. The condo is at 4,200. Ooh, from 1,600 to 2,200 is where Indigo Girls is.
Indigo Girls.
We are talking 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds. This is it for the live auction. 30 seconds. Oh, come on. Get this up. Burn it up. We're at 2,200 still for the Indigo Girls. We're at 4,200 for the beach condo. We're at 325. You know what? If somebody will bid again on the bourbon, we will throw in 2 straws. 2 paper straws. We want to be environmentally friendly. Come on, bid it up, bid it up, bid it up, bid it up. Brad, do you have anything to say about any of these 3? We've got about 15 seconds before I close it.
Yeah, so the Old Fourth, go online and Google Old Fourth Distillery. Rolling Stone, they have done an amazing job producing hand sanitizer for the entire Atlanta community, for first responders and folks. Pretty amazing folks. And
Wait, what does Rolling Stone have to do with that?
Oh, so they did an article in Rolling Stone magazine
Rock on.
featuring our outreach team and the hand sanitizer from the Old Fourth Distillery. So incredible stuff there.
All right, 10 seconds left. All right, nothing's moved. We're at 10 seconds. We're at 9. Come on, guys, get in those last bids. Every dollar going back to ICM. We're at 8, 7, 6. Move it up, move it up, move it up. 5, 4. Ooh, just went up to 355 on the bourbon. 2, 1. Sold! Let's give all of our winners a big round of applause. Ooh, Ooh, the Indigo Girls snuck up to 2,400.
Excellent.
That's pretty good.
Fantastic.
Oh, man, was that exciting? Did you have a good time?
I did.
I tell you what, best fun you could have on a Sunday, period. Now, this is your official 2-minute warning for the silent auction. 2 minutes. You will never get these items again. 2 minutes. Brad, what's next?
Well, next up, we're going to draw the winner of the raffle for 4 at Lazy Betty. So this, if y'all haven't been to Lazy Betty, they opened right before the pandemic. They have opened in a very safe, responsible way. Amazing restaurant in Candler Park here. Thank you to Lazy Betty for that donation. But first, before we get to that, we're going to have words from our food pantry clients who wanted to express a little bit of their thanks, because really that's why we're here tonight, to try to get some funds to meet the needs of our folks in the community who are hungry right now.
I've been homeless for a while, and I've been coming to the pantry for almost 6 to 7 years now, on and on.
I've been coming to the pantry for about 3 months.
To look for the help, love, and affection of our neighbors. And I found a whole lot here, and it's nice.
And I thank God for this food pantry. I appreciate the help that I do get, and I thank you for allowing me to share.
What I appreciate about the in-town pantry, the love and concern, and the variety of food that they do. I like to work and help as well. Since if it says it's better to give than receive, so I give my help to receive help. That's the way life has always been taught me. My mom taught me, the church has taught me, and life has taught me. If you don't give, you will never receive.
What a great video. What a great. And, you know, I love ICM. I love what they do. I love who they help. We've been, let's see, this is your 10th year anniversary. I've been doing the auction for at least 27 years. So I don't know how that math works, but it's been a long, long time. Am I right?
It's the new math, yeah.
That's right. It's the new COVID math. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get serious. We have one final drawing. First of all, you have 30 seconds left in the silent. Second of all, it's time to give away a 4-course dinner for 4 people at Lazy Betty. Brad, present the bowl, please. Ladies and gentlemen, at your homes, give me a drum roll. Staff, give me a drum roll. Thanks. And are you pulling? I'm pulling.
You're pulling.
Boom. Brad, I'm going to hand this over to you. I want you to announce our winner.
All right. The winner of the dinner for 4 at Lazy Betty is Carolina Uribe.
Hey!
All right, Carolina.
Uribe.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
That's
Yes.
exotic. I like that.
Yes.
Uribe, you are going to dinner. And enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Now, I believe, Brad, my work is done. I turn it over to you for our final words. Thank you, everybody, for having me. We'll see you next year.
Well, thank you. Thank you on this, our 10th anniversary. Thank you for coming out tonight to our slightly strange, well, we're not strange, we're very normal here, but this is a little bit of a pivot for us, but that's what we've all been doing these last 6 months. And so not exactly the evening that we had in mind, but y'all have done an incredible job. We have broken our record for fundraising from last year. I see our staff here is holding up a sign. We have definitely hit our match, and so we will receive that extra $20,000 from the Rockdale Foundation and Joanna Adams, as well as from Jenny Cassaday. And our total right now is $97,485. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, the Fund in Need will remain open for at least the next few days, so please go ahead and go on to the website on your device there, and that'll still be open for your donation. And I want to thank you, a few more folks. I want to thank Joanna Adams for her leadership. I want to thank our volunteers, all of our folks who have put together food drives for us, our board of directors, our staff who have been wearing many hats and have worked day after day after day in the midst of the early days and now the kind of adjusting to the increased volume of what we're dealing with in the pandemic here. 1,000 people a month come to InTown. People like Joe and Jane, people who are rattled and afraid in these frightening times. I don't know what tomorrow will bring in this country, but I know that InTown will be there, stepping up and doing our part because you have stepped up and done your part. So on behalf of everybody from InTown Collaborative Ministries, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night.